Tensions between India and Pakistan are once again in the spotlight after India's Operation Sindoor. A precise action across the border, Pakistan tried to respond by targeting Indian cities, but failed to cause any major impact. This situation highlights a key difference between the two neighbors. India is seen globally as a rising power, while Pakistan struggles with instability and a poor reputation. But here's a key question. Why does India need to stay in the good books of the United States before acting boldly against Pakistan? Let's break it down in simple terms. So recently, India's External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar spoke with US Secretary of State Marco Rubio, explaining that India's actions were measured and focused on protecting its own interests. Jaishankar also said a very clear message. India will firmly deal with any attempt from Pakistan to escalate tension. By keeping the US informed, India achieves the SMART goal. A keeps global friend on its side, so Pakistan can't falsely claim that India is acting recklessly. Secondly, block Pakistan's sympathy tricks, because when the world knows the real picture, Pakistan's complaint lose the weight. Third, secure international backing, which strengthen India's diplomatic and economic standing. Let's talk about the hidden weaknesses now. Here's an important detail that many people forget. Pakistan's own air force is partly due to United States. In the past, the US sold Pakistan F-16 fighter jets, which are among Pakistan's most advanced aircrafts. But these jets comes with strict policies. Under the deal, Pakistan is not free to use these jets however it likes. The US placed strict conditions, including that the jets should be used mainly for counter-terrorism operation, not for the conflict with other countries like India. On the top of that, Pakistan often needs US permission or technical support for upgrades, maintenance, and spare parts. In other words, Pakistan's most powerful planes are partly controlled by the US, a country now urging de-escalation and calm. So, while Pakistan talks are really tough, in reality, its military operations are limited and it knows that overstepping could lead to serious consequences, including the losing of access to these critical jets. In the meantime, the US Vice President J.D. Vance has made it very clear that the US won't directly intervene in India-Pakistan conflict. While the US will encourage both countries to stay calm and avoid war, it won't force anybody to back down. Well, this is part of America's America First approach, avoiding entanglement in global fights until and unless it's absolutely necessary. India today is a global heavyweight with a booming economy, a world-class tech sector, a strong space program, and key international alliances. When Indian leaders speak, the world listens. On the other hand, Pakistan faces deep economic troubles, growing isolation, and a reputation damaged by years of instability and poor governance. Even its key military equipments like those F-16s comes with international restrictions. India doesn't need anybody's permission to defend itself, by the way, but smart diplomacy says keep the US and other partners in loop strengthens India's position. In the meantime, Pakistan is under a lot of pressure. It has fewer friends, a weaker economy, and even military equipment that comes with foreign restrictions. In short, India is acting like a responsible, confident global power, and Pakistan is looking increasingly boxed in, both diplomatically and militarily. By keeping global partners informed, India makes sure that Pakistan's effort to grab attention or sympathy falls flat. The world is watching closely, and so far it's clear which country is showing maturity, strength, and global leadership.